Hi, this is Lebogang Mokoena reporting for Sowetan Live. Now, the South African youth are the backbone of the country. The future looks to them to make informed decisions that will better coming generations. Key to some of the decisions that they have to make is when they cast their vote on the 7th of May. We went out and spoke to some students on what particular issues they believe are important and political parties haven't looked into. Let's take a look around.
Okay, this may not be an issue, but the arts are very much overlooked now by political parties, and I think it's quite saddening because of the role that the arts played in the struggle. If you think back, a lot of artists, poets played a major role in overturning the apartheid regime, and now the arts are being overlooked, and it's like less importance is being attributed to the arts. So I think that's something that a lot of political parties are not looking into. It may not be an issue now, but it could certainly become an issue when a lot of artists decide not to vote or decide not to support political parties by using the arts.
So my biggest issue with all the political parties is that they give us promises and they're going to create jobs, but they're not clear on what kind of jobs that they're going to create. So we want to be sure, are you going to create cleaning jobs? Are you going to create long-lasting jobs? Or are you going to create high-quality jobs?
Okay, generally I feel like it's the repercussions of our actions, and so people don't realize that the effect of one leader will have on the generations to come, not just us but like our kids and our grandkids. And I just feel like everyone's so busy with this power struggle that they don't realize that they're actually destroying a legacy which was meant for our kids and our grandkids. And I just feel like there's no good guy, there's no bad guy. I feel like everyone is just getting it wrong. Every political party, the nation as a whole is just getting it wrong. Everyone's just so obsessed with power that they're not focusing on what they're destroying.
Okay, I feel like the party that I'm voting for is DA, that they've touched in their manifesto on all the issues that are important to South Africans, such as what they're going to do for job creation, their issues on the mining and the Marikana strikes, and their issues on the e-toll. So that's why I'm voting for the DA.
So it's one that they've all tried to touch on and they've all tried to like sort it out and stuff, but service delivery is a big issue, and it's something that they all promise but they never deliver.
The issue that I feel that political parties haven't touched on as a young person personally is issues that face us on the daily, issues such as alcohol abuse, which our youth are faced with, drugs in the communities, and furthermore, I don't feel that political parties have done enough to attract us the youth to vote for them, because they haven't told us how they want to better our lives as youth. We know that youth is the majority of the population in South Africa, but what are they going to do for us as the youth? I know that the ANC has the NDP plan, which they have failed to explain to the youth. I'm not sure how the youth is being helped by the ANC and other political parties. So yeah, for me that's it. Drugs, alcohol abuse, all these things, these social ills that face us, especially in the townships.
Okay, I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. I am still stuck, and like no one has convinced me yet. I don't know who to vote for. Well, actually I do know. Oh my gosh, do I know? Yes, I do know who I'm going to vote for, but I still need more convincing in this period that's left for me to actually vote for them, because like there's actually no competition, but there's too much competition in the same vicinity. Like that's how I feel.
Okay, like I'm really worried about like what's going to happen in the long run in this country in terms of our financial stability, our GDP and stuff, because we're being overtaken by Nigeria now, as Nigeria is the capital economy of Africa. We are number one. Now, politics really got into the reason as they don't have like that political stability in our country. So I want these parties to address how they're going to use us as students, because we're studying here accounting. I'm studying accounting, and now how am I going to contribute into this country, like how to change it in terms of the financial state? And yeah, I think that's it, because they're not addressing that. They like going for like that power, but we need people in there. We don't need people who don't have grade 12 in there. Nah. We need people who have degrees, PhDs, MBAs. We need people there. So that's my only problem. It's like in the forefront of the country, we need people who can reason.
Okay, well, I think poverty and the imbalance between poor and rich will never be fully solved, no matter what party there is. I mean, BE can definitely try, and it's a worthy go at things, but I'm not entirely sure if it will. I don't know what party could fix that.
Political parties specifically didn't speak about how they foresee the national development plan play forward within the new parliament and the new government. It is essential that they do have that discussion, because they're all set together in parliament molding the national development plan under the National Development Plan Committee, which was led by Trevor Manuel. It's a plan that they set out for the next 5-10 years that will shape how our country goes forward, but none of them seem to have a discussion in their own manifestos around how they seem to want to be a guardian of the National Development Plan and how they want to facilitate that going forward. It's a very sad thing that discussion hasn't happened yet.
The issue of not enough students getting NSFAS, it's just a problem because, I mean, I know, we all know that it's there, but then you having university students striking and complaining, boycotting, stating that they do not have enough funds, they can't come back to the university and study because of funds. I don't feel that's very right, especially when there's like a whole lot of money that is being used on useless stuff. Like the money that was used to get, I don't know, Hofmeyer or that boxing guy. They spend so much money on bringing that guy to South Africa, and I don't get why. Whereas the students that don't have, you know, they have the potential to finish degrees, but they don't have the money, they don't have the means to finish the studies. So I think that should be addressed properly rather than everything else. And these things of social grants, I don't understand why the youth is supposed to get grants for being like young, because I don't know if it has been passed, like I stand to be corrected, but I don't think girls should be receiving any money from the government to stay away from sugar daddies, because that is not going to work. Let's just say that I'm going to go there and I'm going to claim the 250. I don't have a sugar daddy, but I will go and get the 250. And when people get sugar daddies, they don't get 250. They get a lot of money, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. So they're just typical, they're just some things that just shouldn't be done, they just shouldn't be passed on. So yeah, I just think the party should focus on the things that are more serious rather than petty stuff.
I personally think the political parties are not addressing the issue of good parenting skills. Everybody talks about poor people, everybody talks about everything else except good parenting skills. I just think if they focused a little bit more on that, then the parents would be able to raise kids in a proper way, and they wouldn't be going for nyaupe, they'd be going to school. And yeah, there's a lot of black parents especially who don't really support their kids, even the ones who make it to varsity, and I think it's something that people should actually start looking at.